As many times as I played that darn song in a bar, I still mess up that switch around. Still getting used to this guitar. It bends so effortlessly that I find myself just constantly overbending. So I have to go back and look. I think this is 9 to 42s on it. Definitely could go 1046s on it. Because if you listen to it, I think it's a little on the bright side anyway. Right there, just the way it feels. I'm getting it. I played the fixed bridge guitars for a little while, guys, and now coming back to the tremolo, I think part of it is I've gotten used to the string pressure on a fixed. So on a fixed, the tremolo doesn't move forward when you bend. And I'm not using the Sustainiac. It holds the bombs really well. So when you're going into, like, let's say, whatever that was, it smells really good. She just walked by with a bowl of food. I'm like, did I get any? No, she just made it for herself. You can get a forward flutter. This is the first bridge I've been able to really do that with. And I'm still getting used to the location where I play. I'm getting it. It's a slow learning curve. But I guess what we really need to go over, guys, is the elephant in the room. And it's, if you go to our Discord page, let me put this over here.
Devastator says the question is, are you loving the neck through?
I am liking the neck through. It is my first neck through guitar, guys. So I'm learning it. It plays. It bends easily. So I'm over bending. I'm overcompensating, and that could be the tension of the springs being different from the other bridges that I've used. It could be that these knife edges are brand new, and it just floats easier. It can't be the 9 to 42s because that's pretty much what I play. That doesn't mean all 9 to 42s are the same, but it definitely bends easier. And when I go, if you guys watch me, I'm not really a box player. I don't, well, one, I'm not a lead guitar player, but I don't play in a box. A lot of guitar players will go up and down in a box. Instead of going up this way, I go down the neck or up the neck. That was just how I learned. So going up the neck, this guitar, it feels quick. There's less drag. Granted, it's new strings. The back of the neck is really super smooth, so it's brand new. It just, everything about it is just quicker, if that makes sense. And I think I'm used to a little more drag, so not only am I overbending, but when I go up quick on notes, I find myself going past. And this is not a 24.75 scale length, so it's not the scale length. It's just the feel the guitar has. I guess I gotta turn the channel back on. So if well, it helps to first you gotta turn the channel and then you gotta plug the guitar back in. So if I'm here, so it plays fast, but I do believe the action is a little higher than what I'm used to. So I'm finding myself hitting the string when I'm coming up to grab it, hitting the string and pulling it up.
Jupe said, let's see the back of it.
Ooh, the back. Jupe wants to see the back. So I'm going to turn on the other light here so I get a little bit more forward light. So in the pictures, I didn't know if I was going to like the back. It's a standard burst with the black going in, and you can see the neck through right here. And they did a sharp line transition right here, and you do feel that. There's just a little bit of a ridge. It's not bad at all. What's funny is right here, right there I don't feel it at all. But I do feel it right here and right here, and it's ever so slight. You'd have to blend your clear coat in 2 or 3 times and sand this out to get rid of that. It is possible to get rid of that, but at this price point, that is way acceptable. Like I said, I could just barely feel it, so it's just a cross. I don't know if it would have been better like they did here, where they just let the gun overspray and disappear. It might have been cool to do the exact same thing here. Just let the gun overspray and then disappear onto the neck and sand that. Just a thought. I mean, you're kind of being nitpicky now, but I think it would have been cool if they would have just blended it like they did here. And that would get rid of that transition line as well. But it's, there's the neck. It's a 5-piece neck. It's a very sweet guitar with the Roman numerals on the neck. The top is beautiful as well. It plays outstanding. I can tell it is definitely the pickup and the way the guitar has that sound. It is definitely designed for drop tunings and alternative tunings and more of a modern tone that I'm playing on it. I can hear it. You can hear the way it breaks up. So when you get into these, see how that chord sounds when you come down and you can hear just the. A lot of bands would come back and hit that high to give it a little more like. You can hear how it rings. It has that sound. I like the sound. It's a pickup that I don't have another guitar that sounds like this one. It has a distinct breakup. I don't even remember the name of the manufacturer on this pickup. It was someone that I hadn't heard of, and other people in the group, channel subscribers and members had said, "Oh yeah, I know that brand." It was a brand that I hadn't heard of, and that's probably just because I don't play the more modern type music. I think it's voiced for that. It's got a good sound. It is. I got it a little cheaper, and I'm gonna say why I got it a little cheaper. The channel did a review on an Ibanez PWM 20, and I found some problems with the guitar, and I contacted my Sweetwater rep, and Sweetwater did 100% everything they could to make me happy. They sold me this guitar for the exact same price as the PWM, even though it was $150 more. Okay, and they covered all the shipping. So as far as how Sweetwater treated me, I am 100% satisfied. That being said, Devastator and I were on Sweetwater last night, and I happened to go to the PWM page. And, well, the serial number of the guitar that I purchased is in my purchase history. When I saw the 3 guitars, I'm like, okay, they only had 2 because I bought one of them. Now there's 3 guitars up. Did they get another new one in, or did they relist mine? As soon as I saw the one in the middle, I'm like, that the ash body has a very distinctive grain pattern. I told Devastator right then, I think that's the guitar I sent back. And he was like, well, how can you tell? And I said, well, I'm going to go back to my order history and I'm going to look at the serial number of the guitar that they sent me. And come to find out, yes, it is the guitar that they sent me. And I played here for 2 weeks and returned. If you watch the opening box, I didn't pick up on some of the things. I didn't pick up on the A string problem. Okay, I kind of did everyone a disservice. I already said that I missed some things when we opened up the box. You get that new guitar marbles, and all you see is a new guitar. After spending time with it, I found a ding on the 19th fret, and a pretty substantial ding on the 19th fret. Did you feel it when you played it? It was on the side of the fret. The only way you could feel it is if you really dug in. And it was polished. It's not like there was a nick. So whoever polished the frets and detailed the frets, polished and detailed over the neck. The next issue I found, the truss rod cover up here was mounted crooked on the guitar. We also had blemishes and chips in the pickup rings. And I'm going to close the chat window so you guys can see this. And I have the pictures that we posted up on Discord. So on Discord here, we want to look at this right here. You can see that the truss rod cover is mounted to the neck crooked. Look where my pointer is. I can see paint right here. I can see the neck. And on this side, it's touching the nut. It is mounted crooked. It's crooked. I know I'm picky. But if I spend $1,500 on a guitar, I want my truss rod cover to be straight. I want it straight. I'm not asking for much. Just truss rod cover needs to be straight on the guitar. Next issue. I'm sorry guys, that's not light refraction. This is the best spot right here. That's not light refraction. That is a chemical bonding issue with the black chrome sticking to the plastic. It's not just there. Look up here where my pointer is. There's a spot here. It's not as bad, but I guarantee you that's going to flake right there. I can see the blemish in it. There's all kinds of little spots through here and a spot right here. It's just the pickup rings don't look good. This is a brand new guitar. That pickup ring should look like this, right where my pointer is, all the way around. It should be nice and pretty. It shouldn't have a big blotch in it. Right here. Now, I might be being a little picky. I get it. The grain's coming through right here. I see the grain in the slab. This is eroded away from the sandblasting. Okay? You can see this edge just isn't clean. And this is coming in on an angle. The grain is going this way and that's coming in on an angle. I'll even give them that, okay, that's just part of the sandblasted finish. I'll give them that, okay? I'm being picky. It's blown through right there from the sandblaster. I can see in person you can see it more. I can see the neck through this crack. All the way from here to here. I can see it. That's why we circled it. This one might be a little harder to see, but I want you to pay attention. Right where my cursor is, the little white circle with the arrow, I am going to move it. And you're going to see a ding in this fret exactly where my cursor is. I'm moving my cursor. 3, 2, 1. I'm going over the ding. Going to move my cursor to reveal the ding again. 3, 2, 1. There's the ding. Now these are photos, guys. Photos don't show what Sweetwater say. whenever they have an open box. Some scratches and blah, blah, blah don't show in the photos. Well, it's got to be pretty bad if my GoPro picks up on it in the crappy resolution so I can post it. This is the crappiest resolution my GoPro will take pictures at. That way I can post them on Discord. I'm sorry. The only thing that I have in life is my word. Okay? So when I give you guys my word, when I do a review, I do honest reviews. Okay? This is an honest channel. I'm not here making money for Sweetwater. I'm not here making money from Sweetwater. I don't make any money from Schecter. All the Firefly reviews that I did, I paid for every guitar in person.
Here, can I stop you for a second?
Hold on. I got my headphones on, hon. Hold on. I guess I could take these off because I'm not playing. So we have had guitars on this channel, 2 that I did not pay for and I did reviews on. First one was the Fender American Standard. We found sharp frets on it. I pointed out the problems. I thought the pickups were noisy. You can go back and watch the review. That guitar was loaned to this channel for a week to do a review. I didn't blow smoke up anyone's butt. That's what I found. When we did the $2,100 Jackson, yeah, as much as I loved that guitar, I found a problem with it. When they bolted the neck on, there was a little bit more space above and below the E string. But there was plenty of adjustment room in the neck to loosen the screws and make the adjustment. Should the guitar come like that? I don't think so. But the guitar was so good everywhere else. Okay, I would have bought that guitar. If I would have had the money, I would buy that guitar. It's still at the store at Shandor Music, up on the wall. Just saw it yesterday. I'm like, I need to buy that guitar. I need to buy that guitar. Everyone knows you can pick up a guitar and there's just something that talks to you. It's just a good one. That Red Jackson we reviewed, that's a good guitar. I'll loosen the next time I put strings on it, or well, I'm not going to buy it because I can't afford it. But I would loosen the neck, make the tweak, put strings on it, and I would brag. Look at my double chamfered frets. Look at my half moon frets. Play this thing. You know, awesome guitar. So when I did the PWM, I found myself, I really wanted a Ness body guitar with a tremolo. And this was before Ibanez. I ordered that guitar the week after I ordered it. They come out with the one I wanted. I wanted a $900, $800 S model with an edge. They didn't offer it, dual humbucker. The PWM 20 was the only one they offered. It's twice the price of the one Ibanez just released. And I can already tell you I would like it more. Because right here, I'm going to cut this channel off. Right here is an inexpensive Ibanez. It has the quantum pickups in it. The freaking quantum pickups are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, it's a quantum pickup. These pickups are awesome pickups in this guitar. So what's Ibanez do? The week after I buy their high-end S model, dual humbucker, it's the only one they make, is PWM 20. They come out with the $850 version. It's basically a PWM with quantum pickups. Exact same bridge. It's the exact same bridge, guys. The PWM doesn't have the global tuner or any of that in the back. Okay? Neither does the $800 one. So basically, you're paying twice the money to get Mojo Tone pickups. Didn't know that at the time. So here, I'm looking at a $1,500 Ibanez PWM that's got a ding in the fret. It's got nasty looking pickup covers, and the truss rod cover's crooked on it. And I'm looking at Sweetwater going, $800 for this S model with these pickups. The only difference is Mojo Tone pickups. And the PWM is a sandblasted ash body. Okay, there are slight differences. Definitely not worth twice the money. I would have kept the guitar. I made a decision. I would have kept the guitar if it didn't have the problems. At $1,500, I just showed you the pictures. Sweetwater can claim light dust refraction all they want, and people that I trust behind the scenes on this channel have contacted Sweetwater. I read one of the emails back. That's not light refraction. You know, I want you guys to know what I found, and if you have an issue with it, go back to the first review that we did on the guitar. I did not pick up on the buzzing A string. I didn't. So the very next live stream, we talk about that guitar again, because after sitting and playing with it, I noticed, wow, this A string is really screwed up. I start riding the E and muting it, it sounds fine. I play a lot at A. I do. A lot of everything, well, not everything. I play an A a lot. So I like riding the open A. And as soon as I started, I was like, what is that sound? And I noticed that it was just doing this weird sitar thing. Now, it doesn't have a nut at the top that would show that the nut's cut wrong. It gives it that sitar effect. I've only seen one guitar in the history of me working on guitars that the nut was cut. There's a big flat piece of metal that the string goes over, and the locker sits back here. If that string is touching the back and then goes over and out, and it vibrates on the forward edge, it can cause that effect. I've only seen it once. Usually, the string is vibrating on a fret. If the A vibrates on the fret on these type guitars, usually the E string will do something funny too. This guitar didn't do that. I didn't take it apart to figure out what was going on with the A. I just didn't. I just looked at it. I can't justify this price. I called my Sweetwater rep. I sent him the pictures. And he said, yes, I see the blemish. He even said, I see the blemish on the pickups. I see the ding in the fret. But he said, okay, the two cracks you're pointing out, that's the sandblast finish. I'm like, okay, I'll give you that. What about the crooked truss rod cover? And he's like, I see it. And he goes, what can we do to make it right? You want to send the guitar back? We'll plec the guitar for free. We'll set the guitar up. We'll get rid of that buzz. And I sat there for a second, and I'm like, you know what? No, because you're not going to fix. If you would have said you were going to replace the pickup covers, okay, and straighten, I would even be okay if they just straighten the truss rod cover. I get it. You're going to have 2 more holes in the neck of the headstock of that guitar that are not being used. The truss rod cover plate would have hid those holes. They didn't offer that. They just offered the plec. And I said, well, can I just think about maybe swapping models? I see the other ones you have, and I don't like the yellow finish. That's why I picked this one. It was lighter than the other 2 that you have. And if you look at the 2 that you still have in stock, they look kind of yellow. They're not white like the one that I picked. He goes, I see that. And I asked him about the LTD, the Schecter, and an Ibanez. And he was very honest with me. He said, look, I can't do anything on the LTD, even though it was just on sale for $300 less. I guess LTD was doing a kickback to Sweetwater to offset their loss. Either way, they wouldn't work with me on the LTD. And he said, I have room in the Schecter. I can sell you the Schecter for exactly what you paid for the PWM, and we'll cover the shipping. I am 100% satisfied with that, guys. I think that's fine. My problem in this is I just showed you guys pictures of that guitar. Let me, I don't know if I can do this. I'm just going to ramble a little bit, and I'm going to go to the Sweetwater and see if I can pull up my order history without showing, too much information. Give me 1 second, guys. So I'm at Sweetwater now, pulling up my order history. Okay. So I am going to go to display screen. So right here is the Ibanez they shipped. Right here is the serial number on the guitar that they sent me. This is the serial number. Here is the return. Okay. And here's the Schecter serial number that they sent me. And you can see exactly what I paid for the guitar. Because you pay $1,500 for the guitar, you actually pay more. You got taxes and other stuff that comes in. And you can see this is what I put down. And I make 5 payments. I love that about Sweetwater. There's no interest. They allow me to put a little money down. I can make 5 equal. Like I said, I got no issues with any of that process. My issue is this guitar has obvious problems in the photos. They have relisted this guitar as not even open box. If we go up, we're going to type in Ibanez. And right here's my guitar. Look at the serial number. That is the guitar that they sent me. Now we are going to go directly to one of their own photos if they haven't changed it. Look right there, guys. Look at the pickup ring. That's my guitar. Now, can we see the damaged fret? Yes, we can.
You can see it on the...
You can see the damaged fret. Look right where my pointer is and then come over. You can see the ding in the fret in that photo as well. It's right there. That's the ding in the fret. I'm putting it dead center of the... It's hard to see. I know where to look. But look at the center dot on your screen and go right under the A string and you'll see the nick in the fret. It's in the photo. There it is. Can you see the truss rod cover? No, you can't. It's at an angle. You cannot tell that the truss rod cover is crooked. The only thing you can see is if you look at the screw on the right, it's a little higher off the nut than the one. The one on the left is a little higher off the nut than the one on the right. Exact same serial number. This is not labeled as an open box.
Show the pickup cover.
The pickup cover, you can see it. There's another view of it. And you can see all the other little scratches in that cover. I was not happy at all with the pickup covers. There's that photo. And there's another one. You can see under the screw and above the screw has a finish issue. You see it? Under the screw, right where it says Sweetwater. And you see the weird thing going on above the blemish? All that is where that black chrome is going to peel off the plastic. There's a bonding issue. Look at the top screw on the left. you'll see that discolorization there. All that's going to flake off. There's a bonding. Something was on this plastic when they coated it. Don't know what it was. Whether it wasn't clean, oil, I don't know. So my issue is they're selling this as new. Again, on my end, Sweetwater has treated me very fairly, but it becomes an ethics issue for me. They've had the opportunity. Now, whether or not they blew smoke up somebody's butt on that email saying we've looked at the guitar and we found nothing wrong with it, I can look at their pictures online and I can see it. I didn't pay too much attention to it when I ordered it. I don't know if these are the same pictures. I would assume it's the same pictures and it didn't run back through the guitar gallery. Someone just opened up the box and made sure I put the tremolo bar in there and all the goodies in the bag and retaped it and put it back in inventory. I don't think anyone actually looked at it.
Yeah, Searcher for Tone said you can see the blemish on the pickup and you can see the dent or whatever in the thread.
Guys, I don't want to be the channel that causes a fuss. I don't. I get it. I've caused fusses in the past reviewing budget guitars. People go, dude, quit. It's a $200 freaking guitar. You know, I work hard for my money. And $1,500 for this working class man, that's a lot of money for me. I don't buy $7,000 Murphy Lab Gibsons. For that person, this is a budget guitar. For me, it's not a budget guitar. I guess I don't want, if you all feel upset about this, you just need to reach out to Sweetwater. I am ending this right now on my end, but I am bringing it to everyone's attention that this guitar was sent to me. I found problems with it. They agreed by the photos that I sent in to discount me another guitar and take this one as a return. Now, Sweetwater has a couple things they can do here to make me feel better as a customer, okay? They've already treated me good on my return, me. But there's someone else out there that's going to order this guitar and expect it to be, hey, Sweetwater got this from Ibanez. They've done a 55-point inspection on it. They put it back in the box, and it's going straight to me. And that's not the case. Has that guitar been to another home before it went to me? That's the issue. Has this guitar been somewhere before it went to me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it has or hasn't. My issue is Sweetwater either needs to call Ibanez. You know, it's not sweet. If this was Guitar Center, I would say, okay, they've got a scapegoat. Guitar Center didn't build this guitar. Ibanez built it. Ibanez is responsible for the build quality of that guitar. Now I want to qualify it. Sweetwater claims, okay, a 55-point inspection. That's what it says. You get a 55-point inspection. So now Sweetwater has put their foot in the door. They've said not only has the manufacturer checked this instrument, we have checked the intonation, the fit and finish flaws. We've inspected this. We say it's good. Put it in the box. It goes in inventory. With that being said, now Sweetwater has become liable. But Sweetwater can reach out to Ibanez and say, look, you sent us a defective guitar. We're going to send this guitar back to you. Can you please credit us on our next quarter order. Believe me, Ibanez will give Sweetwater a credit for that guitar. Ibanez wants Sweetwater's business. They sell a lot of freaking guitars. So if Sweetwater said, look, you either credit us on this or bye. Well, we've got other brands we could sell. They would do it. Ibanez isn't going to raise a thumb on that. At $1,500, it's probably about $1,150. $1,100, somewhere in that ballpark is what Sweetwater's paying Ibanez for it, give or take. Ibanez isn't going to worry about that. They can do that, or Sweetwater needs to go to that site and put, this is an open box, and they need to put the little plastic triangles, and they need to put a triangle in that pickup. And they need to take another photo of that truss rod cover and put a little angle, a little piece of plastic there showing the truss rod cover is crooked, and they need to put one on the neck showing the ding on that fret. If they do that, I don't even care if they list it up for $14.99 like the other one. At least have 3 photos with the triangles showing what's obvious, like the pickup ring, and say open box. That's really all I have to say. If you guys choose to call Sweetwater and use this video and show, look, these are the pictures from when he had it. It's in the first part of the video. It's obvious. What I find kind of disrespectful is the email that our members got saying there's nothing wrong with the guitar. That makes me look bad. So I'm proving to you guys, yes, what I'm saying is true. And it's up to you whether or not you want to order from Sweetwater. Like I said, on the back end, they've treated me fine. I think what they're doing on the resale part is unethical. I'm still letting it stew over in my head. This is a very small channel. I don't have 400,000 subscribers where, even if 10% of, let's say, Phil McKnight's members call Sweetwater, they're going to know. That's a freaking lot of phone calls. If 10% of my membership calls, that's only 20 people. Well, 22 people. Yeah, I think they would notice, but do you kind of understand the difference? All I can do is what I've been doing in the past year, guys. Just review and give you my opinion as a woodworker and a musician. I sent the guitar back. That was going to be my guitar, if that makes sense. And I think the Lord was with me, because now I can get a guitar that's more like the one I was trying to buy. I wanted a guitar like Linnell's S model. Okay? Now I can get one for half the price.
Mikey wants to know, how's the new one?
Just to end it all, that's really all I want to say about it, guys. I don't want to be a channel that just beats beating a dead horse. You see my Leo James reviews where I'm like, he's beating a dead horse. I stopped reviewing Leo James because they suck. I'm sorry. Their fret leveling sucks. After 5 guitars and they were all bad, I'm going to wait a year or two. That doesn't mean they'll suck next year. But the last 2 years, their fret leveling and was just bad. I gave them chance after chance after chance. And I kept buying them, fixing them, and reselling them. I just can't do it anymore. This is one guitar, guys, from Ibanez. And I know Ibanez is a good company. I have multiple Ibanez's in this house. I mean, I don't need to show you guys. No. I love Ibanez. It's a great guitar company. They make great guitars. Whether it's a Japan, Indonesian, whatever, they hit a lot of different price points. They're good guitars. So it's every company can make a bad one. Maybe that's a bad one. But if you guys feel the need to reach out to Sweetwater. I just don't want, I don't want to cause issues, if that makes sense, guys. Every industry is small. And when you think of how many musicians can you name that have been blacklisted due to this or that? YouTube and companies reaching out to you is the exact same manner. No company, when companies do reach out to me, they quickly say or no, because I have no interest in being a supermarket for them, if that makes sense. So Ibanez is never going to reach out to me, or Sweetwater for that matter. The only way these companies would ever reach out to someone like me, and I'm sure there's other YouTube channels out there that are just as honest as me and have just as much talent as far as knowledge on woodworking and CNC programming as me. Those channels are just like mine. They're not going to reach out. They want someone that's going to look at the guitar and go, wow, this thing's great. They're going to shred on it for about 15 minutes and put a link up. That's what manufacturers want. I hate to say it. That's what they want. This channel's here to offset that. And I'm bringing it to everyone's attention. And it's sad because there's two places I always talked about. Sweetwater and my local music store, Shenandoah Music. Okay, now you guys Shenandoah Music isn't local to you. I get it. But I support my local music store. They treat me fair. Sweetwater has always treated me fair. Shenandoah Music's always treated me fair. But if I have a problem at Shenandoah Music, I've never seen that product go back on the wall for resale. They send it back to their supplier. Sweetwater hasn't done that. They've put that product back up for an unsuspecting person to repurchase. And that's it. It's up to you guys to do what you want with the information at this point. This channel is done with the whole Sweetwater debacle. Again, I think what they did was unethical, 100%. And it's just channel's responsibility to you all to let you know what's going on. And if you want to see the pictures again, you can either rewind this video to the beginning and look at the photos. It's quite obvious. Or you can log on to our Discord server and scroll way back. It's been about 3 weeks. There's a lot of conversations you'll have to scroll back through. But you can click on those. Maybe it's a better resolution since it's not in a video format through YouTube. And you can download the pictures right on your computer if you'd like. Okay, that's the end of the rant. What am I missing, honey?
They want to know how the new one is.
The new guitar.
Mikey and Niles want to know.
I have not looked over the new guitar. I haven't done a front rocker on it. I haven't done any of that. Okay, what I want to do since I messed up so bad on the PWM review, I want to spend a week or 2 weeks playing the guitar, getting a feel for it. Every time I pick it up, I look at it. Okay?
They want to know how you're liking it.
And just looking at the guitar and not getting stupid picky, there's nothing obvious. And this time I'm looking because of the PWM. So I'm looking at the top of the pickups for scratches, blemishes on the tremolo. Don't really see anything. The hardware looks really nice. The tremolo looks stupid nice. It really does. The tremolo is like shiny. Feeling the neck. This is a nice guitar. Are the fret ends as good as the Jackson? I think I've already said no, they're not. The fret ends on this guitar are not as good as the Versi. I can't even say the word. The American-made Jackson. But the Jackson, as far as my cost, is $600 more than this guitar. Okay, This guitar also has a Sustainiac that Jackson doesn't have. And I believe this tremolo, I've been told, is stainless steel base plate, which is going to be supposedly harder. Now, there are different grades of stainless steel, and there's different grades of hardened steel. Just because something is stainless doesn't mean that it's harder than a hardened steel. But the general consensus is this stainless is supposedly harder than the FR1000 hardened steel. I did a search on the internet. No one has actually done a hardness test with a pen and a pressure meter to see what kind of a divot that the metal's gonna, and that'll tell you the hardness of the metal. I cannot find that information anywhere. So whether it is or whether it isn't, I don't know. I like the volute on the back of the guitar here. I like that. You know, this isn't a deal breaker for me. I have some guitars that have volutes and some guitars don't. I think it's fine. Everything up here is smooth. I have not played, well, I have played with the tuners because I had to unlock it. The tuners felt okay. I didn't notice anything funny with it when I unlocked it to retune it. It's very close. I did check the first, when you lock the tuner, if it goes out of tune. Because a lot of these guitars, the string tree isn't adjusted right. So when you lock it, it'll change the pitch on the tuning. The E string did it just a little bit. And got better as it went to the high E. So that's just a real quick adjustment right there. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's just like my Super Shredder. I think the Sustainiac is cranked up a little bit too much. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Let me plug it in. And the Sustainiac is kind of stupid. You can kind of get lost just messing around with it. And before you know it, you've spent an hour just doing stupid stuff with the tremolo with the Sustainiac. Believe me, I know. So, without the Sustainiac, now you got 3 positions. I'm going to leave this switch in the upper position. We're going to turn the Sustainiac on. At that point, you're not getting the note. That's just resonant feedback. You've lost the note. So, that's the issue. Without putting a little piece up here to mute the strings, the Sustainiac is so strong it starts to resonate your open strings, and unless you mute it, it becomes uncontrollable. It does have another position. We'll put it in the center position. It's supposed to take a little bit of that gain off. And you can hear, and it's not the Sustainiac, it's my sloppiness. So if you're not dead set perfect and you bump any of these strings, whether with the back of your palm or just moving the guitar against your body, the Sustainiac will start to move those strings, creating feedback. So even in the second position, I think it's a usable position. That would be the maximum. So I'm going to take the cover off and change the gain. So in the high setting, it'll be something very similar to this. This setting here, I think, is the most usable. And you can hear the A and the E start to resonate. And that's nothing wrong with the guitar. It's just me. That's why you see a lot of these fast thrash players. They put something up here to mute right here to prevent that from happening. Because it's very hard. I'm not Yngwie Malmsteen. He just has a natural way of muting and still being able to pick and mute what he's not playing. That's called stupid talent. So a lot of guitar players cheat and they put that up there. I think if you did that, the Sustainiac wouldn't have the issues that I'm having with it. And you can hear it starts to resonate. So if I turn it off, so you don't get that. And that's probably just something you got to get used to it. But my biggest issue playing it is I've been playing a fixed tail for a while and I'm overbending. And that's because as you bend, the tremolo is moving up. And that's just making it easier to overbend. And I'm overgained a little bit. Let me turn that back. There we go. It's mean. Like I said, I'm not used to the pickup, but I do like the sound of the pickup. And I found if I roll the tone just a little bit, we're talking 1/8 of a turn. It's effortless to play it. Honest opinion, I love the guitar. I love the way it looks. I think it's a prettier guitar than the PWM. It definitely has better features. It's a neck through. I think the tremolo is fine. The Edge tremolo felt smoother, but this feels more secure, if that makes sense, on the flutters. it's got more of a substantial feel. And that could be just because I've been playing a Floyd Rose now for about 2 years, and I'm starting to get more used to the Floyd. So it feels, I guess, more natural. Because if you watch the PWM video, my hand would fall off the bar. And that could be just the angle of the bar on the edge. It had a tilt to it, and I found myself slipping off the bar. And that, nothing wrong with the tremolo, it's just what I was not used to. This feels more familiar. And what's sad is I'm a Kahler guy, so when I pick up my Kahlers, my 2700 Killers, now I'm starting to feel a little foreign to me because I've been playing so many Floyd Rose bridges. They're still not as good as the Kahler 2700 Killer. And I'm still learning the spots down here, if you saw that I missed that. Every guitar is a little different. The guitar right there, if you hit it right above the fret, I just got to get used to the guitar. It is mean. 100% like it, 1000% more than the PWM. If that's what you guys were curious about. And it's the neck, the body is really slick. Every time I go to pick it up, it's like my hand slips. I mean, it's just, it's like trying to hold on to a piece of butter. That's the best way I can describe it. The body is just, I guess the best way of describing the body feel, if you take 3000 grit sandpaper to the back of your neck and then you put 2 coats of Tried and True on it, it gets that glass butter smooth to it. That's what the body feels like. The body feels like it has been wet sanded and then polished. I mean, it just feels like butter. It's a unique feel. It literally, the body, like right in here, it just feels like a super slick butter feeling that you get on the back of your neck after you've worked it. So when I go to pick it up, I found myself like, I can't hold on to it. It's just, there's no grit whatsoever to the body, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I've noticed that this past week. The finish on the body and the way it's been polished on this, it's not, I'm going to say it's in between a satin and a matte finish. It's shinier than a matte, but not quite as shiny as a satin.
Miles said stop stroking your guitar, Avery.
Yeah, it might get excited. It holds. If you notice, when we unboxed it that night, it was falling out of tune. New strings. Um, she's locked down now. She's holding good tune. It is way more guitar than this guy can play, if that makes sense. I think once I haven't looked at the neck on it. I mean, it plays so well, I don't really want to put relief in it. I do think I want to lower the action just a little bit. I haven't checked it, but when I get down here playing, I find myself not reaching up far enough. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with it. Looking at it, it looks low, and it could be. It could be that it's set even. I always want my action just a fraction lower on my high E, so it might be at like 0.07. Low and high E, and I'm picking up on that. It's a nice guitar. Niles' comment. Birdman. Does the neck have a carbon fiber reinforcement in it? I am not too sure about that. At this price point, I would venture to say no, but I could be wrong. Usually, when you start getting into stuff like that, Niles, you're in a different ball field. I guess we could go to Sweetwater, and we could look.
Jupe says he thinks Schecter's doing that now.
They might be. Let me go to Sweetwater, and I'll pull up my account history. And that's the easiest way to find the guitar again. The puppy dogs are carrying on. Let me see. Display screen. So here's my display screen. Neck through construction. Best playing experience possible. Schecter designed Banshee Mach 6. Neck through. Piles of maple and purple heart. The neck provides incredible stability and boost and sustain. You will find the note sustain a little longer. Blah, blah, blah. The neck is cramped and compounded finger. Oh, it's a compound finger radius too. It's not saying what it compounds to. 24 extra jumbo stainless steel frets. Either side of the neck. Swamp ash wings. Flame maple veneer. They're not saying anything about carbon fiber rods there. Let's see. That's talking about the Sustainiac. And this is the name of that pickup, if you guys have ever heard of that brand. I had not. I think it's a little, for what I play, I think I'll have to EQ it a little bit. It is a little edgier than I'm used to. Not saying I dislike it, but it does have a little bit more edge and more breakup. I'm not seeing where it says anything about carbon fiber. Neck through body design, Sustainiac, pickups, Floyd Rose, Purple Heart, neck construction, Swamp Ash body, compound fingerboard radius, flame maple adds eye-catching, ultra-thin KM profile. It's not saying anything about carbon fiber. Neck. Thin U, neck through. It's a 12 to 16 on the radius. Ebony. That might be why I like the neck so much. I love ebony. 24 extra jumbo. Not seeing anything about carbon fiber rods. So that, in my opinion, would be something they would definitely be saying, hey, we got carbon fiber reinforcement rods. So I'm not seeing it. And this is my sales guy. Like I said, guys, he treated me very fairly on the return and the credit and everything else. So these are the reviews. So I'll probably leave a review on this one. I know what y'all are saying before you even say it. You need to put a review on the other one. I get it. I know. There's a side, guys. I don't want to cause too many issues, if that makes sense. So I think it becomes up to the community at this point to go to the next level, if that makes sense. I don't want to throw rocks at any one company. Okay, I'm sure my salesman was unaware when that came in on receiving. The Guitar Gallery opened it, checked X, and put it right back in inventory. So, yeah, Swamp Ash body. That was Mikey. All right, guys. Guess what time it is? I don't even know where my little timer is, but I know we're long past break time. We are past break time. So if you're new here and you haven't noticed, I do not require you to be a subscriber to participate. This is a hangout. This channel is about reviewing guitars, amps, pedals, just music in general. Okay, as working musicians, and in my case, a woodworker and a CNC programmer, to give you my thoughts on it. And then everyone that you see on the right, they're guitar players, musicians, that's what we are. So everyone has an opinion. You come in here, you share your opinion, you share your thoughts, and that's what makes the channel great, in my opinion. I've got subscribers that have sent me stuff that has changed. Look, Nicholas. Looky, Nicholas. So subscribers sent me some pics. Guess what? I liked them so much now I've went out and bought all three different sizes that I think. So I learned from you guys too. So that's what it's about. You don't have to subscribe, but hopefully after coming in and hanging with everyone and going to the main page, everything else, hopefully you will go down and hit the subscribe button. And if you haven't already, hit the little like button. But we're going to take a 5-minute break, and everyone kind of knows that's what we do. And then we'll come back and we'll continue to chat. All right, guys. It's I got to hit the break scene.
Niles has to go.
Oh, all right, Niles.
He's got to be at work at midnight.
Oh, that's right. You're on night shift. Thank you so much, buddy, for coming in and helping out and just hanging out with us, man. We appreciate everyone that comes back, especially regulars. And you're definitely a regular. All right, man. Have a good night at work. And here's our 5-minute break scene. Okay, guys, we do have another topic that we need to kind of go over, and this is 100% serious. Um, I love the Discord server, I really do, but something I see that the Discord server kind of lacks is I wish we could put a post, and that post would follow, like pin it, to where it comes up when people come in. We're still kind of up in the air on which guitar we want to order for the giveaway. That being said, I did speak to Shenandoah Music, my local store, and I explained to them what the channel was doing. I did not have the opportunity to speak to the owner. I am quite sure that he'll give us a little bit of a discount. The guitars that I can get at Shenandoah Music: Schecter, okay, LTD, Fender, Yamaha, Jackson, Squire. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. What else, hon? Oh, Ibanez. I think that's it. Because even though he has Fender and Squire, he has not done his buy-in for EVH and Charvel. So they do not carry the EVH Charvel line. So out of those brands, we need to make a decision. The GRG 330 with the it's the Ibanez licensed Floyd Rose tremolo. They can get that one. That one's in the running. We also the RGA was in the running. There was a list. There was the Dinky Jackson. I think one had an arch top. One was a flat top Dinky Jackson. He can get either one of those. The other guitar that was brought up was the PRS SE24. They are not a PRS dealer. That doesn't mean that I can't get it from Sweetwater. It just means I can't get it at my local store. After what's just transpired with Sweetwater, I doubt. I don't know. I could probably get 10% off at Sweetwater. I don't know. It depends if it got back to my sales guy. That the music and gear guy was posting pictures of the return guitar or not. I'm not sure. But I'm sure Shenandoah Music will step up to the plate and help the channel out. If you guys want to pick a Jackson, an Ibanez, a Schecter, a Fender, or a Squire, or a Yamaha. Is that all the brands, hon? I think that they might have another brand. I know they sell Martin, but Martin doesn't make an electric. They got a bunch of acoustic stuff in there. I think that's the major ones that they're carrying right now. So I need everyone to kind of step up and really say what they want. Yeah, the dogs are going crazy because they're letting off fireworks outside. There's a parade or something going on tonight. So that is definitely something that we need to review. And if you're new and you just came in, the channel's doing a guitar giveaway. And to enter to win, there's only really two things you have to do. You have to be publicly subscribed to the channel, and you have to opt in on the giveaway at the Discord server. So when you get to the Music and Gear Discord server, on the left-hand side, it'll say Guitar Giveaway. Go in that room and say, if your Discord name is different than your YouTube name, I am such and such on YouTube. please put me in on the guitar giveaway. And that's all you got to do. Right now, you've got really stupid good odds of winning. I am going to hold the giveaway until we get X amount of entries. Devastator and I and some of the other, what I consider the people that have access to the channel, Mike, Jerry, Devastator, Linnell, and myself, we really haven't come up with that number yet. Devastator would have to tell you how many people have entered to actually do the guitar giveaway. It's not many right now. Most of the people that have entered for the guitar giveaway, or most of the people that have donated funds, all our super chat money, guys, goes to the guitar giveaway. So most of those people that have donated to the channel have opted out, believe it or not. They have too many guitars already. So if you need a guitar, even though you haven't done a super chat or donated, you can still win it. You just got to be publicly subscribed, and you got to log into the Discord server and say, please enter me to win. And that's all you got to do. I would like to at least have 20 or 30 entries. I mean, it seems crazy you're giving a guitar away, and you can't even give a guitar away. But everyone here has donated to it, so I don't want anyone to feel, well, Avery should have waited until more people logged to enter. Avery's been trying to stay out of it, if that makes sense, and let the people that have donated the money make the decisions, because it's your all's money that's doing it, if that makes sense. Lots of fireworks going off outside, guys. I'm trying to look back to see. Hey, I see Johnny Beans into the group. May have to put the dogs outside. They're letting off fireworks. So I'm trying to see if Devastator posted how many people have actually. We're at 9, he said. That's crazy. So you got a 1 out of 9 chance. That's crazy. That's crazy odds. So I don't know what you all feel on that. I would say 20 or 30 entries. That's still stupid good odds to win. But I would have thought by now we would have had more entries to win a free guitar. It's not like we're giving away a $200 budget guitar. We're doing a pretty decent guitar. And you get the option. You get to vote on the guitar. So you get to vote on the guitar you may win, and 20 or 30 entries, that's pretty good odds. So right now, like I said, we got the GRG 330 with the Floyd Tremolo Ibanez. 2 different Jackson Dinkies. One's an arch top, one's a flat top, both with Floyd Roses. And we did have an entry for a PRS SE24. Oh, thanks, Mikey. That's $5 more towards the next giveaway. Because we're on the next YouTube payment, which for me is around the 20th, we're going to be at the amount to cover the guitar. So whatever that is, that'll be going towards the next thing the channel decides to do. So it's really up to you guys whether or not we do it at 20. I'd say at least 20. That's not asking for too much, 20 entries. But it's up to you guys. If you guys want to drag it out till we get 30, I would have thought we would have already been at 30. I mean, it's a free guitar. But that's okay. I see we do have some the Johnny Bean guys coming in. So if you guys missed the first part of the stream, that's when we went over the Sweetwater stuff. So you have to kind of go back and look at that part of the stream. We've already hashed it out. Not going to beat a dead horse, if that makes sense. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go back and watch the beginning part of the stream. And then,
Tone just did 10.
oh my gosh, Searching for Tone did for 10. And this is what I'm saying, guys. I know for a fact Searching for Tone has pulled his name out of the entry on winning the guitar. I told him he's more than welcome to go to be in it. But the last time I checked, I'm pretty sure he pulled his name out.
Yeah, he left a comment on
So it's kind of crazy. They donate money for a guitar giveaway that they can't win because they pulled their name out. I think that is beyond cool. Jupe has donated. Everyone really, Devastator, Kurt. There's so many people here that have donated funds to a giveaway for this small channel. I can't say thank you enough. It's going to be cool. Like I said, when we get the guitar, we're going to do a review on it. And anything we find, I'm going to fix, whether it's a high fret or whatever it is. Whoever gets the guitar is going to get a setup $500 guitar. It's going to be sweet. So go to Discord and tell me if you got a different opinion on which one. It's 500 and under. And I would prefer to go to Shenandoah Music with the vendors that I told you about. If they can pick one from those vendors and I can go to them,
okay,
I'm pretty sure that they'll do it.
Devastator says you're up to 11.
I'm up to 11.
Yeah.
We got 11 entries. So 1 out of 11 chance. But I'm going to leave it on Discord if you think we should go to 20 or 30, whatever it is. So even if we stop it at 20 and we're at 20 tomorrow, we'll order the guitar about the 20th, 21st. Then I'll have to receive it. We'll do the review. So the actual giveaway, we can do right at the review. I have no issues with that. But then I'll need time to do. Hopefully we won't have to do anything. The whole point in this is we're trying to find a $400 to $500 guitar that you can buy, that it's going to be good quality. You can just take it out of the box and play it. We're not looking for a budget guitar that, I get this guitar, it'll be okay if I swap pickups. We're looking for a guitar that is going to have a good tremolo or a good fixed bass bridge with good pickups and good tuners. Something that you don't have to upgrade. That's the whole point in the products that we've been kind of going over lately. PRS. That's what Mikey wants, a PRS. From what I understand, the SEs are stupid good for the money. You can't go wrong with PRS. Everyone I've ever played, I liked. So I think PRS would be a good buy. But again, we'll have to get that at Sweetwater or Guitar Center or somewhere else. My local store doesn't carry those. Oh, Jupe's saying give away Linnell's Chapman. I haven't had the Chapman out in a while. I may have to dig the Chapman out tomorrow. Oh, we got a comment from Linnell on that one. It has been a while since we saw the Chapman. Maybe next stream we can jam on the Chapman.
Birdman's birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday, Birdman. I thought I saw people wishing him a happy birthday earlier in the stream. I'll try to enter after my shift at midnight. That's Trucker Bob. You definitely got to enter, man. It's a free guitar. How can you go wrong? You got really good odds of winning. SE is a good way into PRS. I agree with that 100%. The SE guitars they're good guitars. They're really good guitars. A lot of these guitars, guys, are good guitars. Even the budget guitars I review, usually it's a pickup issue or a 5-way switch is a little wanky, maybe the input jack. But overall, these import, budget guitars, the fit and finish has really gotten good on them the last 5 years. I want to qualify something. If Fender or Gibson or Ibanez or Schecter, If any of these companies wanted to put these budget guitar companies out of business, they could in a heartbeat. Don't think that if Fender called Cortex up and said, we want to order 30,000 of these guitars. It has to have this pickup, these tuners, and this quality level. Just make it a Firefly quality level, but put just a little bit better pickup in it. It's like Toyota. Well, not the new Toyotas. Toyotas 10 years ago. Toyotas 10 years ago were just a little better than everybody else. Just a little bit. A little bit better fit and finish. A little bit better engine. Run a little longer. If any of these companies went to them and did the exact same thing, Firefly, Tees, Agile, what is that? S by Solar. They don't have the buying power that Ibanez has, that Fender has, that Gibson has. And they can't compete. Period. And that's nothing against smaller companies. We have to have these smaller companies to keep the big companies in check. That's how it works. If someone does a startup, they're trying to produce a product. They want to get their name out. Their product, they're really trying their hardest to keep the price point down and the quality high. That keeps the larger brands in check. Oh, look at this. But they're not making the money that the larger brands are. They don't have the buying power. That's why I say if they wanted to. And I think Ibanez is the best company when it comes to battling. Well, Ibanez and Jackson both offer, in my opinion, better guitars for the same money as Tees and Jackson. They just do. They do. They're buying. When Firefly orders, let's say they order 10,000 guitars, that's nothing compared to what Ibanez orders. When Ibanez does an order for RGAs, they make 6 or 7 different versions of the RGA, and they probably produce 200 or 300 of each model because they're being distributed. Then they go and say, okay, we've got some budget S models. They make 5 or 6 different versions of the S model. They make 5,000 S models. They all get distributed across the world. Cortex and these other companies are going to go, well, we've got an order for X amount of guitars through Ibanez or 2,000 through Firefly or whoever it is. They're gonna cater to that, if that makes sense. So looking at my local store, they had a black Ibanez with a red pickguard. I didn't play it. I did pick it up and kind of noodle around with it for $279. I mean, I guess I should plug it in, but a Monsoon and a Hurricane on Amazon through Leo James is $299 to $350 now. At $350, or it's actually $399 for the one Hurricane. At $399, I am buying this guitar all day long before I pay $400 for a Leo James. All day long. I'm buying this RGA. And people are like, well, you're no longer in a budget guitar. That's where I think Tees comes in. I think Tees kind of figured out, okay, I can order X of these. I can set them up myself. I'm going to order them with X. And he's trying to fulfill that spot. I don't see Tees staying where he's at, if that makes sense. I think the ST1's a great model. He's selling a lot of them. But I see him pushing the $300 to $400 range. I think that's going to be a sweet spot. And I think if you order one of his guitars and you get the setup and a couple other things, you're probably going to be in the $320, $350 range anyway, if you get it spec'd out right. So I think that's going to be his sweet spot. He's got to be better than Firefly. He's got to compete with the Kathy guitars. If you guys know who Kathy is, you got to compete with Kathy. Even though it's Gibson, you got to compete. So I think he's trying to position himself in the marketplace right there, and he's doing it right. He's reaching out to smaller channels. Okay, Tease is doing it right. He's reaching out to smaller channels where people are going to see these type products, if that makes sense. I think in the next year, I don't see why Tease wouldn't send Philip a guitar. I mean, he's done Firefly. The only issue with sending Philip a guitar, if he gives it a good review, I don't think Tease could keep up with the order that would come. Okay, out of 100,000 views, maybe he sells 100 guitars. I don't know what the conversion rate on Phil's channel is, but you better be set. When you get a channel like that reviews your product, you better be in a position to fulfill those orders. Because when people start going to your site and it says out of stock, 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 that turns customers away.
Jupe just donated 50.
Oh my, Jupe, we've got to really talk.
It's up for grabs.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to have to get the Chapman out just to play it. But these are just my thoughts, guys. I have not reviewed a Tease. I'm going by other people that I trust that have played them that say Tease is making one hell of a guitar for the price point. I honestly trust the channels that I've heard look at their guitars and say, this is what I paid for it. This is what I got. So I have faith in the people that I've seen review the guitars. So I don't have an issue saying I feel based on them that it must be a pretty decent product. Someone would have raised the red flag by now. So I see him positioning himself in that market. But when you can buy a name brand product for $300, $279 for an Ibanez, that's kind of crazy. Really, when you get to the $550 mark, Schecter makes some incredible fixed bass, fixed bridge guitars at the $550 price mark. They really do. I know the Kramer Striker was kind of a dud when it first come out. They had lots of quality control issues. The VT100 had a lot of quality control issues. That was Kramer's attempt. The Striker was at a $350, $400 guitar with a tremolo. It didn't go over well. I think the first two production runs were pretty rough. So now Kramer, even if they fix it, they're going to have an issue. They've already kind of got the name, and this is not a great model. Once you get that name, it's hard to claw your way back to where people go, okay, yeah, they did have some issues when it first came out, but we fixed it. Here's the new product. It's fixed. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about the Strikers in probably a year and a half. So maybe they fixed the quality control issues. But I bring all this up because we're looking for a guitar that has decent tuners, decent pickups, decent bridge, decent fit and finish for $500. And is that asking for a lot? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of guitars out there at that price point. This RGA to my right here that I just showed, that guitar is proof positive. I've played several at the music store. I know some people in the chat have went to the music store and played the RGA. This guitar right here. I know Jupe made a comment a couple weeks ago that he went in and played the charcoal burst version, and he said that he thought it was a great guitar for the price point. And when I'm going to say for the price point, if you've been watching this channel, I've been playing this guitar for the last month and a half, 2 months, over my $1,000 guitars. There's just something about this little guy. It's lightweight. It holds tune. I don't think I've ever tuned this guitar during a live. I tune it up before the show, and I play all night with it. I think one night I was doing some drop D stuff. It's quick. You drop it down to drop D and right back up. And even though you went down and back up, it holds tune. Yeah, I can't say enough about this model. And we have an S model too that she just got. I like the S model. Here, let me get the S model. I think it's in this bag. So if you guys haven't seen these Gator cases, it's a Gator case. It's $29. Yeah, 29 bucks. That's stupid crazy. Just it's good enough just to keep the dust off the guitar, you know, for 29 bucks. Ask your retailer, they'll probably just give you one if you buy the guitar. So here's her S model. Another great guitar. You know, $475, $500 price point. This is a great guitar. Which one do I like better? I like the RGA just a little better. And the only reason I'm saying that is the setup on the RGA is just a little better. I could get this guitar to play as good as the RGA. Just give me 10 minutes with it. The action's a little higher on this guitar. And again, really lightweight. And it's a beautiful, look at the top on that guitar. Look at how it morphs. I know it's a veneer. I get it. But a lot of veneers don't change. See how it disappears there? Now look at how the quilt comes back right there. And I'm going to move it. It disappears on the top. Now it's going to come back. That's a nice veneer. That is not a 32nd of an inch veneer. That has to be at least a 16th of an inch to get that morph. How it shifts. See how it's shifting? A paper thin veneer will not give you that shift. At this price point, that's stupid. Look at how thin that guitar is. It's like a ½ inch right here. It's a sweet playing guitar. This is the guitar that started me down, I have to have an S model with a tremolo. This is the guitar. I can buy 3 of these for the price of the PWM. Just saying. 3 of these guitars for the price of the 1 PWM. That's another reason why I sent it back. Plus all the problems. But 3 of these are 1 PWM. Now this one doesn't have the matching headstock like the RGA. I do like the match. If Ibanez did the matching headstock on this, I would pay $50 more for that. I really would. A matching headstock would be killer on this guitar. Both of these guitars have the Quantum pickups, and they're sweet pickups. They are scarf joint necks, though. I know some people don't like the scarf joint neck. I've never had a scarf joint neck fail or ever cause any problems. That's me personally. I've just never had a problem with it. So we're looking for guitars like these. You know, I've got a Revstar over there. If the Revstar goes on sale, you can get the Revstar for about $479. $480 is about the cheapest I've ever seen that guitar go on sale. The RSE 20. Another, you know, it's normally $550, but you can find that guitar right at $500. Another great guitar at that price point, phenomenally playing, great sounding guitar. The cleans on the Yamaha, amazing. Amazing guitar.
Mike said it's that Dragonite.
Yeah, this is the Dragon Eye finish. It's beautiful, beautiful guitar. Beautiful. And like I said, it's hard to find a veneer top that changes with the quilt top, the Dragon Eye. This one does that. This is the only one I've seen, well, this is the best one I've seen with a veneer that changes and morphs as you move it in the light.
Warhart said it's wafer thin.
Making some solid guitars these days that can't be modified. I'll mod it next year probably. Got to get it playing decent first.
He said it's wafer thin.
Yeah, it is very thin. It's a ½ inch thick on the one side. Now the PWM, they made it a little thicker for the tremolo. But this guitar is really light too. But this is the one that started me down the PWM path.
The Sergeant Patone said been looking at the Floyd equipped one of those.
Yes. Ibanez just released, I think it's like $7.99 or $6.99, the S model with the Edge bridge. And it has the, what pickups did I just say? Starts with a D. I can't remember. It has the good pickups on it. Half the price of the PWM. The PWM has different pickups, but that's really the main difference. And it's half the price of the PWM. Let me go to Sweetwater, and I'll try to show it. They didn't have this model when I ordered the PWM. Let me see if they come up. Ibanez S. Yeah, this is, it's $649. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the Discord here. Display screen. So this model did not exist when I ordered the PWM, or I would have ordered this model because I wanted a guitar like Linnell's. Oh, Quantum. It's got the Quantum pickups in it, just like this RGA and just like her S model. Great sounding pickup. It has the nice Edge bridge, which I can tell you it's a nice bridge. The PWM, exact same bridge. Here's the headstock. And it does have the scarf joint neck. You can see it right there. So you're losing the 3-piece neck or the 5-piece neck, which I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with the scarf joint neck. You're getting the nice tremolo, and you're getting the pickups I like, and this one's a little thinner than the PWM. And you can look at the weight: 7 pounds 1 ounce, 7 pounds 7 ounces, 7 pounds 2 ounces. That's pretty good.
Cole is in.
Oh, hey Cole. So if we look at this one's a good looking body too. Now something I have noticed, this one is a 3-piece body. Okay? Some of these will be 2-piece bodies. They're not all 3-piece bodies. This one is a 2-piece body. So you need to look at your photos. It looks like it can be a 3-piece or a 2-piece on this model. This one is a 3-piece body. They also have it in this color. So looking for a seam on this one, yes, this is a 2-piece. There's a seam through the center. Now the stain on this particular color, it shows the blotches a little bit more. And this is from the CNC. It's called tear out, and when you sand it, you think it's smooth, but it's not as smooth as this section. so the stain penetrates differently in this section of the wood. And I don't really have too much of an issue at the $649 price point. If you look at Gibson's, you'll see it on $2,500 Gibson's. This blotchiness in the finish, and that's due to the inconsistency in the sanding. This one's beautiful. I love that one. That's a 3-piece body on that one. I'm trying to see if they got a 2-piece body. This one I think is 2-piece. Yes, this one is a 2-piece body. But this one, the grain's really open on this side and it's tight on this side, so that looks kind of strange. But I'm picky. Even at $640, I'm going to be picky. But this is the S model to buy. Like I said, it's more than half the price of the PWM. And after playing the PWM and playing the guitars here with the Quantum pickups, I would say the Quantum pickups are better. They have a better, for hard rock, they're going to have a better sound. That's just my opinion. Take that with a grain of salt. Other people on the channel that I played them back to back. The Quantum pickup guitar and the PWM. I think other people that were there during the live show could chime in and say which pickup they liked better. I liked the Quantums. And I'm trying to remember what the PWM had. PWM helps to put the right letters in. The PWM, it's something tone. Mojo tone. So the PWM comes with the Mojo tone pickups. So I like the Quantums better. So that's the difference. And if you look up here, even this one, the one that I received, okay, this is the one that I got. This one's a 2-piece body. It's a 2-piece body. But the one I received is a 3-piece body. There's a seam here and a seam here. So again, it's still 1 or 2 pieces. This one's, I believe, a 2-piece. Yes, that's a 2-piece body there as well. So what are you getting for the extra, that's quite a bit. $650 versus $1,500. What are you getting? You're getting the 3-piece neck without a scarf joint and different pickups. That's it. That's kind of a hard pill to justify. I will probably order one of those S models that we just looked at, the $650 S model. That will probably be coming here. I like having what I call beat around guitars. And that looks like that would just be a guitar that you could beat the snot out of and have fun with. And not worry too much about it, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go back to the chat window, see what I'm missing. See, it's good to see Cole in the group, because I know Israel's been having, over it now, but we were praying for him. It's good to have him in the group. Oh, it's okay, Cole. He said he likes the Sustainiac pickup. That's no problem. So what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me on the new S model that Ibanez just come out with? I think that's a smoking deal for $650. I really do. That is a smoking deal for $650. Unless that thing just is set up, set up you can fix. Unless the fretwork is just horrible, which I doubt since it's Ibanez, that's just a good deal. The edge tremolo is smooth. I can't see how they're doing the edge tremolo on that for $650. At 650, I would have thought they would be using the Ibanez Floyd copy, not the Edge, not the Godo Edge. That tremolo is 200 and some dollars by itself, because that's the low pro. That's not the standard. That's the low profile one. So if you like the Kahler 2700 killer, like this guy right here, I can already tell you it has a very, very similar feel to the superior Kahler 2700 killer. And I'll pound that in your all's head until you all realize, throw rocks at Floyd Rose. If you can find a 2700 killer and find someone that will mount that in your guitar, it's the best tremolo that was ever produced. That's why Floyd Rose sued them. And that's also why Floyd Rose did not allow Kahler to produce that bridge, even if they put licensed by on it. The end of the lawsuit said they could not manufacture that bridge, period. There was a reason for that, because it was a superior bridge. End of rant on the Kahler again. But it feels like that bridge, and it's Godo, so it's going to be good. I thought I saw someone new. But it wasn't. I was looking at Warheart Arts. I saw the little avatar thing, and I didn't think but I recognized the name. It's good to see new people in the chat. I'm glad. It seems like the channel for a while was kind of stagnant. And probably a lot of that was me. I was very frustrated on doing reviews. And I think the channel has found its niche now. The live, talking to some people on Discord, they like the live reviews. It's unedited, it's unfiltered, and I make mistakes, just like the first review.
Warheart said, can't afford that, Avery. Gotta go with civilian model tremolos.
Yeah, if you can, now, if you guys are serious about buying a Kahler 2700 killer, I know where there are a few brand new in the factory wrapping. Reach out to me on Discord and I will let you know where those tremolos are at. I think there's about 5 or 6 of them left, and they're all in the multi-finish. They're going to be black, silver base with black saddles. It was an okay bridge. And I know where there's one gold one setting, and that's it. I can't find any black ones, and I can't find any of the black chrome ones or the blue and the red. They made some kooky color ones. I haven't been able to find, but if the silver with the black center saddles is okay, I know where a few of those are. So reach out to me on Discord and I'll get you the information on getting one. But keep in mind, it will not fit a guitar with a Floyd Rose route. The post basing is different. The route is completely different. Buying this bridge, you either have to have a guitar already set up for a 2700 killer, or you're going to have to find someone that's going to route your fixed tail guitar out for the killer. And it is a process. So it will not be a cheap project. Even if you get the tremolo at a good price, it's still going to be expensive. So, what was that? Yes, we are. When did you say that? Where are we talking about, honey?
Oh, Devastator said we're happy to have all our members.
Yep. The channel's growing. I think, like going back to what I was saying, I think doing the live reviews, for me, one, it's tremendously, it's a lot easier. I spend a lot of time editing. Are the reviews as detailed? Right now, no, they're not. But as I get better and get more set up, I'll get the feel for it, if that makes sense. And we're going to be able to roll through the pickup settings, weight, some neck specs. Will we be able to pull the covers off the guitar and look at the electronics and stuff?
Devastator said,
Maybe.
Devastator
Oh, there we go. Now, if Time Surfing Alien was here, he would be all disturbed right now after getting the clap. Ha! We haven't seen him in a while. So I know he hangs out on another channel I check out on Sundays. So I may ask him where he's been at. Kind of miss Time Surfing Alien. Alright guys, I don't know how long we've been on, but my throat is definitely getting sore. And for me, tomorrow is a work day. So we're not going to set any marathons tonight. I think we've pretty much covered all our bases that we wanted to cover. Again, you guys need to go to the Discord server and pick one of the guitars. I don't know how we can make it to where we're actually only picking 4 guitars. We'll work something out to where we can vote. Maybe on the next, starting on the next stream, I'm going to do a poll, and we can set up the 4 guitars that are up right now, or maybe 5, and let you guys vote on the guitar. That would probably be best. Just do a poll. It's a little late now for me to start the poll. All right, guys. Again, if you're new here and you're just chilling out, listening, just so you know, you didn't have to subscribe to participate in the chat. I disagree with that.
Devastator said we'll let you play guitar if you keep going.
I know. I'm getting better, though, Devastator. I'm trying real hard. I'm practicing, buddy. I promise next week I'll be a little better. Anyway, you didn't have to subscribe to participate. Hopefully, coming in, hanging out with the group, you guys kind of got a feel for it. If there's anyone here new that's not posting, hopefully you'll see that this is an open and honest channel. We had a lot of discussions tonight about honesty and just good business, if that makes sense.
Cole said your live review is more than a guitar review. It's an emotional event for me. To be here with all of you is very important to me.
That's how a lot of people are saying it, Cole. And I do want to get better at it. And I think I can get more information kind of shoved in that hour and a half and still make it interactive. I just got to do a couple more. If you watch some of my very first recorded reviews, it was kind of a train wreck. And I got better each time, just like this live show. The first couple we did, there was mic problems, video problems, and we got better. And I will say Devastator and some of the other moderators have done so much for this channel. The help and fixing things and figuring out how to do things. It really has been a team effort. And a lot of people here that aren't moderators have really stepped up and said, look, do this or do that, and really helped out. So it's not just the moderators, but I do want to say thank you to the moderators. They have to have fun and then also moderate. And there's stuff they do behind the scenes that I guess the other people don't see.
Steve said do the poll in Discord.
Yep, Discord.
He said do the poll in Discord.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I could do that. We could do a poll in Discord. I don't see why not. Devastator runs the Discord, just so everyone knows. He's the Discord runner guy. He makes sure the Discord works. And he does other things. He has full access to the channel to review and look at things and do posts. So it's not just me. The channel's got to grow, and it takes more than me to do what's done here, if that makes sense, guys. And I want to thank everyone for coming every Thursday night. And again, if you're new, hopefully you'll come back. We do this on Thursday nights and Saturday nights. Usually Thursday nights is review night, but with everything that was going on with Sweetwater, I figured we would go over that topic and get that pounded out so the channel can move on. But We're going to do our 5-minute closing chat. That's where everyone can finish up their chat, say goodbye, and do what this channel has always done. I don't know of any other channels that do that. I think it's cool. Like I said, you can finish up your conversation, and then I actually get to chat with you guys and read, because normally I'm just talking. Yeah, like I said, I got a sore throat. I'm pretty much done. But anyway, hit the Discord, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Saturday night. Now I got to make sure I hit the right button, and I've been hitting the wrong buttons here lately, guys. I think it's this one. Again, thanks. Without you guys, this stream would not be possible. I couldn't sit here and just talk to nobody. Every week and every live stream, it's different, and it's because of the participation that you guys do. I can't thank you enough.